Billionaires don't just live differently, they exist in a world most of us can barely imagine. Behind the gold, the yachts, and the glass-walled mansions lies something far more intriguing, the journey that built it all. Today, we step into the extraordinary life of Monaco Zeus, a man who rose from obscurity in a forgotten European village to command a $240 million palace perched high above the Riviera. But his story isn't just about fortune, it's about vision, risk, and the kind of ambition that bends the world to its will. From super yachts that glide like floating palaces to private jets that double as airborne estates, Zeus's life is a living museum of style, wealth, and influence. Yet beyond the glitter lies a deeper story, one of relentless drive and quiet generosity that has touched countless lives. Stay with us, because what you're about to see might just change the way you think about the billionaire elite. And before we begin, remember to subscribe and hit that like button. It helps us bring you more untold stories from the secret world of power and privilege. Before the gold, the hunger within. Before the cameras, before the fortune, there was hunger. Not hunger for food, but for something greater. Monaco Zeus was born in a forgotten corner of Europe, a place where opportunity was a rumor and wealth a distant myth. He grew up surrounded by hard work, modest meals, and the quiet endurance of people who had little but gave everything. Even as a boy, his eyes looked beyond the fields and factory smoke. They saw markets, empires, and futures waiting to be claimed. While his peers chased stability, Zeus chased risk. At 20, armed with little more than intuition and borrowed courage, he invested in a rising tech startup long before digital disruption became a buzzword. That single decision set off a chain reaction that transformed an unknown dreamer into a rising power in Europe's financial scene. It wasn't luck. It was foresight, discipline, and a refusal to live an ordinary life. Zeus didn't crave comfort, he sought control. And from the moment that first investment paid off, he never looked back. What followed was a global ascent, built on bold choices, perfect timing, and a vision few men in any century ever possess. The palace above the clouds. After his early triumphs, Monaco Zeus did what few even dare to imagine. He built a sanctuary worthy of kings. High above Monte Carlo, carved into the cliffs of the French Riviera, stands his masterpiece. A $240 million estate that fuses old-world grandeur with modern perfection. Marble columns soar like sentinels. Gold-trimmed chandeliers glitter above rooms washed in Mediterranean light. Every corner speaks the same language. Quiet power. Inside, custom furniture from Milan rests upon hand-woven Persian rugs. A grand staircase spirals beneath a ceiling brushed in 24-karat detail. Floor-to-ceiling windows transform the sea into a living painting, and at sunrise, the horizon itself seems to bow before him. On the rooftop, a private pool catches the first light of day. It's where Zeus begins each morning, not with emails or meetings, but with silence, sun, and the sea. For guests, it's a dream. For Zeus, it's a philosophy, proof that true luxury doesn't shout. It whispers, "King of the sea." But luxury for Monaco Zeus isn't confined to land. When the Riviera glows beneath the afternoon sun, his world moves to the water. From his hillside estate, he often watches his personal fleet of super yachts glide into the bay, each a floating kingdom built to his exact taste. These aren't vessels, they're experiences. Picture velvet-lined cinemas, marble dining salons, rooftop pools where champagne flows as freely as the tide. Some yachts are so vast that guests joke you could land a helicopter on the deck, and Zeus often does. No two are alike, one designed like a five-star resort, another curated like an art gallery at sea. When night falls, moonlight ripples across the waves as billionaires, royals, and film stars toast to life, drifting far beyond the world below. Because on the open water, Zeus isn't just wealthy, he's untouchable. The sky is another home. For most, travel is necessity. For Zeus, it's choreography, seamless, silent, and stunning. When he leaves the sea, he doesn't return to airports. He ascends into the skies aboard his private fleet of jets and helicopters, each one a bespoke masterpiece. His flagship aircraft, a long-range jet tailored to his exact specifications, is less a plane and more a flying residence. Polished walnut panels, soft leather recliners, gold-accented fixtures, a dining room finer than any restaurant, a master suite lined in marble, and a lounge for private meetings 40,000 feet above the world. Technology hums invisibly, encrypted Wi-Fi, ambient lighting sync to his circadian rhythm, and soundproof serenity. When Zeus flies, it isn't for comfort, it's for control. For shorter escapes, his helicopters lift off from the private helipad of his estate, whisking him to his yachts, alpine retreats, or exclusive events in minutes. No traffic, no waiting, no interruptions. Because in Zeus's world, the sky isn't the limit. It's home, the language of style. To Monaco Zeus, fashion isn't vanity, it's sovereignty. His wardrobe doesn't whisper, it commands. While others shop, Zeus commissions. His garments aren't selected, they're conceived. Every stitch is hand-drawn by Europe's most elite tailors. From silk cashmere ensembles made for yacht evenings to hand-stitched Italian suits cut with mathematical precision, nothing is off the rack. One night, a Tom Ford tuxedo. The next, a linen Loro Piana ensemble that breathes Monaco's sea air. Accessories are investment grade, timepieces from Patek Philippe and Audemars Piguet, each carrying a story. Hermes artisans fly in privately for consultations on bespoke leather goods. Runway shows, they come to him.